family, I am back and well rested from Vegas. I had an amazing time. That vlog will be up later this week. Thank you all for showing me so much love on my last review. I totally enjoy this season. I really, really do. So far, so good. I'm into it. This review, this episode was not as juicy as the first two, but that's okay because I'm liking the journey of these couples on this show. I'm not mad at that. It doesn't have to be messy every episode, unlike Love After Lockup, which is on its way back. Guys, I talk about it in my Las Vegas vlog, but guess who was staying at my same hotel? I'm in the hotel checking in, the SLS Las Vegas. I'm checking in, and who walks by me? Marcelino and Brittany. I was like, what? Like, how does this happen? Like, they just walk around Vegas, but I guess there's not a lot going on in Vegas outside of the Strip. So if you want to be like some kind of pseudo celebrity out there, you got to stay in places where people will see you. But I just thought that was so hilarious. I was like, of all the times that I could have come, I come at this point where you guys are in my same hotel. I don't know what they were doing there. They were getting some tour, so I don't know. I don't know if they were trying to plan maybe a baby shower there. I don't know what they were doing, but they were getting a tour from the hotel manager. So we'll probably see that on this season. I don't know, but I'm excited for that season. Anyway, let's get into this review. Jenny and Summit. Jenny is getting ready to leave, to move to India to be with Summit. And it's really sad. It really, really is, just because we didn't really get to see in the first two episodes how much her family loves her. But her family, her daughters and her grandkids, they are just heartbroken that she's leaving. And I think they were okay with it in the beginning, but as it got down to the wire of like, this day, my mother is actually selling all of her possessions, giving up her 401k or her retirement. Yeah, that's the same thing, right? I gotta look into my own one. Child, I gotta get informed in that. But anyway, like, she's really doing it. She's really giving up everything to be with this man. And so the daughters are really, really emotional, especially the grandkids. And this part hurt me because I remember she was like decorating the Christmas tree because she's having Christmas early, so she's going to miss Christmas with her children. Oh my gosh. Especially for my family, Christmas is a huge, like, holidays are just huge, period. But to miss Christmas? Oh my gosh. Anyway, so they're getting an early Christmas tree because they're celebrating Christmas early. So she's going to be in India with Summit. And like, one of her grandkids, her grandson was like putting on the tree and he accidentally kicked her. And she was like, oh, he probably kicked me because he's mad at me because I'm leaving. And he went, mm-hmm. And I was like, that's not nothing to play with. That is not nothing to play with. Children let you know how they feel. Sometimes we as adults want to read it a certain way and be like, oh no, that's not what they meant. They are very honest. They have no filter. They have no censorship at this point. They are just still growing and learning how to interact with human beings at this point. But they don't have the kind of censorship that we start to grow into as we become adults. And when that little boy admitted that he did that on purpose because he was mad at her for leaving, I was like, Jenny, y'all gotta address that, because those kids are hurt, especially her granddaughter. Like, they all felt some sort of way. And you gotta think about it, right? The grandmother is the matriarch of the family. When she is no longer present, things start to fall apart in a lot of families. Maybe it won't happen in this one, but you're removing a very important figure within your family. That has to mess up the family dynamic. And looking at Miss Jenny's kids, I was like, oh, ma'am, you definitely have a type, and that type is brown. Girl, I understand. Mm-hmm. Child. A brown man will have you mess up, child. I'm speaking from experience, of course. Jenny is really doing it. She has like the movers picking up things that she has sold. Her kids and their children, her kids and her grandkids take her to the airport. And, you know, she's getting ready to leave. And, you know, she's crying. But the people that she is leaving are really emotional. Like her daughter, I think it's her youngest daughter. She just starts hugging her mom and like just shaking. And I guess it's starting to hit her. Not only is her mom leaving, but she doesn't have anybody but Summit. Like, there's no protection there. And I don't know. I think that this moment just made it very real for them. And just everybody was having so many emotions. But that granddaughter who was really hurt that she was leaving, her hurt has now turned to anger, because even when Jenny was trying to hug her, she was being very standoffish, like she was angry at her. And I was just like, I think she probably feels abandoned, and I think they probably have a really great relationship. And the thing about it is, listen, I want Jenny to live her life, right? But just because your kids are grown don't mean that your presence is no longer needed, because it seems like her granddaughter really is going to miss her. The grandkids in general, but that granddaughter, she was pissed, guys. She was really heated. And I think she felt abandoned, and kids don't know how to just voice that I feel like you're abandoning me, it's hurting me that you're leaving me. They internalize that, and then they just start acting out. And I hope that doesn't happen in this situation, but her behavior looks very familiar. Very, very familiar. Oh, Jenny. This storyline is becoming really sad. It's becoming really sad. At first, it was hilarious for me because I was like, oh, this man is scamming. When I found out that this was like the real thing and these two really love each other and they're both sacrificing so much, I was just like, oh, this is leaving me emotional. Because then we get to Summit, who is just really nervous and really afraid to tell his parents that he's moving for a job. So he rides over to his parents' home, and as soon as he gets there, he tells the producers, he's just like, listen, at this point, you can't come in with me. I'm going to go in there and I'm going to tell my parents that I'm moving out. I found a job farther out, right? So he goes in there, and then the producers are like freaking out because he sat 15 minutes. Now it's a half an hour. Then it turns into an hour. And then you got Jenny landing, waiting for Summit. She's freaking out because he's not there. She goes from being angry that he's not there to now being concerned that something happened to him. And let me tell you something. They cannot come back the next episode and say that something happened to Summit. Oh, I'm done, y'all. I'm done. Now listen. I watch train wreck reality TV. If Summit gets harmed by his family, oh, I am all the way out of this show. This has gone straight ID channel for me at this point, okay? We are talking forensic files. Nope, I can't do that. I cannot do that. I watch 90 Day Fiance and I just have a good cackle. I'm watching this storyline. I'm in tears. I'm concerned. I'm like, Summit hasn't come out the house yet. What happened? What's going on? Because the parents have to know something's going on. A freaking film crew is following their son around. What did he tell them? Come on, somebody knows. And then them friends who were shocked that he was still messing with Jenny, they probably said something. So, guys, I'm concerned. I am very, very concerned. What do you guys think? This is the only one that I really believe. This is the only couple that oh God, is this our Romeo and Juliet? Oh my gosh. You know what? Love is love. You can't figure love out. It just happens. And sometimes it's just odd and it's shocking. I would have never put this couple together, but I believe it. Reality TV reviewing and all that stuff aside, I believe this couple. I know that reality TV, a lot of it is fake. Jenny and Summit are the real deal. The producers found a real couple. Everybody else is scamming, but these two, this is a real deal. And I want them to win. But I don't know. It just hits my heart so deeply because now I'm like, oh, they're not putting it on for a TV show. These are real people. This is their real lives. And I am sitting here like, oh my gosh. The granddaughter's pissed off. The daughter's hugging her mother and shaking because she's afraid that something can happen to her. Summit is afraid to go and tell his parents that he got a job and they probably know that he's leaving to be with this older white woman and he's afraid to go in and the producers are freaking out there in the middle of the street. They don't know what the hell happened to Summit. Woo! Oh my gosh. I gotta watch some cartoons after this. Now let's get back to the comedy, okay? Paul and Karine. Yeah, I just don't know why Paul didn't get on the plane. After thinking about it, I'm just like, dude, you could have just taken 2 bags and shipped everything else. The show was going to pay for it anyway. No need for him to have this adult temper tantrum, to fall all apart, to cuss his mama out, all to get back home and the next day decide, oh, well, I'm just going to still go anyway. What a waste of time. What a waste of time. He seems to be somebody who, you know what? He gives me Nicole. He is the male version of the Cole. I feel like he's somebody, or Nickel. Just call me while I called that girl Nickel, and I have been laughing ever since. Ooh, black women, we are very catchy with our... Woo, we can read even when we're being kind. Anyway, so he gives me the adult, the male version of Nicole because I feel like he's another one that was very sheltered and pampered and just given a certain childlike attention all the way up into manhood, to the point where he doesn't know how to interact with people outside of his mother and his father, and he doesn't know how to communicate. He doesn't know how to just handle things like an adult will be able to, because he's so used to being coddled. He seems like his growth has been stunted, and I think that's from his parents. I don't think that there's anything wrong with him mentally. I just think that he just has very stunted growth because of how he was reared up. I get it. An adult, me specifically, I would be really pissed if I have packed all of my things. I get to the airport, they tell me out of the 5 things I have, I can only take 2. I would be upset. I honestly understand that. But then as an adult, you assess the situation, you calm yourself down, you take a walk if you have to, you get your mind clear, and then you think about your next step. He had a whole meltdown like a toddler. And his mother sat there and watched. Because at this point, she's numb to it because she's used to it. So then he calls and tells Karine that he cannot make it and he'll be there to meet with her in 30 days. I'm going to take Karine crying with a grain of salt. I'm just going to say that it's the baby and it's her emotions are just running wild, because I do not think for 1 second that that woman is crying because that man is not going to be there the next day. If anything, I would be celebrating because I have 30 more days before I have to deal with this adult child. I would be like, oh my goodness, oh, so sad. Take your time, baby. It's okay. You know what I mean? Like, or just ship me the stuff. Send me the stuff for the baby and you just take your time. Child, you got 30 stress-free days before little crazy comes to Brazil and turns it upside down. You better celebrate. So I don't know. You let me know what you guys think. I don't know if Paul just got himself together and put his big boy pants on. It was just like, you know what? I got a baby on the way. I have to be there. Or if the producers were just like, listen, this is your freaking storyline. We do not have 30 days for you to wait to get on the plane to go see Karine. So you're getting on the plane tomorrow, period. What do you guys think happened? Because from watching Paul, I just don't think that he came up with this on his own. I think he would have, because he's somebody who is also very afraid to take risks. We saw how he acted when he went to Brazil the first time. So I can't believe that he was just like, you know what? Maybe I overreacted. Let me get to the airport today and go see my wife and my unborn child. He doesn't think like that. So that 180 out of nowhere made me think that this was producer prodding. And they were just like, listen, this is how your storyline is set up. This is how long we have to film this season. We don't have 30 days to wait. So you got to get on that plane tomorrow. That's what I think happened. Let me know what you guys think. What are your theories? Do you think that Paul just got himself together finally and just switched up from his norm and was like, you know what? I have to do the right thing here. Or if you think the producers was just like, you need to get on that damn plane. We don't have a whole season just to film you. We got other places to go. Because also, I don't think Karine has 30 days before the baby is born. So I think they also wanted him to be there when the baby is born. Those are my theories. What are yours? Corey and Evelyn. So Corey finally tells his parents that he's moving to Ecuador for good. I don't know. Like, the parents' reaction was a little off. First of all, can we talk about how his dad was cleaning up this apocalyptic compound that they're living on? Did we ever see this place in the daytime? I felt like it looked different. Like, when Corey is walking through the forest to go meet with his parents, I'm like, where in the hell are they? And then I was just like, oh, this is their compound? What happened? Why is everything dilapidated? And then I was just like, I can understand Evelyn. Because she was probably like, listen, Ecuador was rough, but at least I wasn't living in no forest ghetto. Because that's what they had for me. Because I was looking at this like, what in the Fern Gully ghetto is this? Oh no. They are so lucky they don't have neighbors. Because let me tell you something. I would have called HOA so fast and been like, oh, they got to clean this up. This is an eyesore. Corey's parents, I was watching them and I was like, you know what? I'm inspired because I really love horror. And I'm writing a pilot right now, a comedy pilot. That's what I've been writing most of. Majority of my experience is in comedic writing. And I want to branch out into horror. And I was looking at his parents just watching this scene and I was like, wow, I just got inspired. I can see this couple in like a horror film, like picking up people who are stranded along the road and then like capturing them and cutting up their body parts. This is getting really dark, but this is my horror movie idea. Cutting up their bodies and feeding their internal organs to like a forest god. I can see that. Amazon will pick that. You know what? Let me shut up and get the right and give me all my tea. I better not see this on Netflix. I'm telling you, if I'm looking up on Netflix and I see Grateful Amazon or Hope Green, I'm coming for you. Who else do I talk to all the time on here? Amber Kelly. Don't you write my horror film. No, I'm kidding. We'll collaborate on it together and we'll call it Welcome Home. We are definitely getting Emmys. Emmys. Let's talk about Corey getting his shots. Like, I get people being afraid of needles, right? It was so extra. He was so extra to the point where the doctor was annoyed. He was like, I have never seen this before. He was so disgusted by Corey. And just by the way Corey was acting, I was just like, you know what? I understand why Evelyn is always annoyed with him. Because when you first watch it, you're just like, Corey breathes. And Evelyn is like, oh. And then you see him getting his shots. And you're just like, okay, girl, I understand. You're afraid to get a shot, but you're not afraid to lay your face on the ground. He had his nose, his skin, his lips on the ground of a doctor's office. On the ground, period. I'm like, you're not afraid of that, but you're afraid of a needle? Priorities. All mixed up. All mixed up. Laura and Aladdin, listen. I was wrong about Jenny and Summit. I think this is a scamming situation. I think I'm right about this one. I think I'm right about Miss Laura and Aladdin. Here's what I want to say about Miss Laura. Miss Laura, you have a 21-year-old son. Yes, right? He can vote. Yes, he can buy alcohol. 21 is still not like at that age where you don't need your parents. You know what I mean? Especially your mother, especially when you're a young man. You know what I mean? I don't know. But this woman has a 21-year-old son. She is giving up everything and going to move to Tunisia for some fine Tunisian peen. I will say that. I said, listen, if I ain't had no kids, if my kids were a lot older, I probably would have, done the same damn thing and just tried it out, just tasted it. You know what I mean? And just be like, okay, he's scamming me, but at least I got some. It is what it is. Because Aladdin, he fine. He's fine. It is what it is. When I saw him, I was just like, I can understand. Because when she was sitting up there like, show me your six pack, I was like, yes, let's see it. I didn't know the men was popping like that over in Tunisia. I'm going to be doing a lot of traveling, okay? I got to go to South Africa. I got to go to Tunisia. Where else is this show about to send me? I haven't seen him in Ecuador. Oh, one place I will not be going is the Dominican Republic. Child, what is going on over there? And also, I don't want no Pedro. I'm good. You're not going to have me like Chantel. The devil is a liar. I just feel like her son still needs her. You know what I mean? And there's still such a very strong relationship there. Like to the point where he's just like, oh, I'm going to miss you. I really am going to miss you. And then she starts crying. And I'm just like, oh, he's supporting you, right? But he still wants his mom to stay. Like, he doesn't know how to say that because obviously I really feel like this kid really loves his mom and he really puts her first, as a young man normally does. I get that. But I don't know. American parents are so ruthless. I swear, you turn 18 and they're just like, my job is done. You can go. Guys, they still need your guidance. I'm good and grown, right? I still check in with my mom from time to time, but I'm not freaking 21. I'm just graduating college. I left high school to go to college, still in a protected environment, experiencing the real world on my own, making huge mistakes, still needing some type of guidance and advice and support from my parents. Can you imagine this kid going through something major and he can't reach his mother because she's getting her back blown out by Aladdin in Tunisia, which doesn't sound like a bad thing. Listen, I understand, but ma'am, your son still needs you. Oh, but you gotta live your life. I don't know. I'm so torn, especially with Jenny and her grandkids. Like, you've raised your children. I get it. You wanna, see if this love can work, but them grandkids love you and they feel some sort of way. I'm telling you, when they get older, it's gonna be like, you chose Summit over us. Guys, telling you, that's gonna happen. Oh, Miss Jenny. Oh, Miss Laura. These older women said, listen, I'm gonna live my best life. To hell with them kids. I am going to get my back blown up by something young and brown. Listen. So what up? Aladon is scamming this woman. There's so much more to the story. We only got like a little blip of it this episode, but there's so much more to this story. Something is not right with him. What do you guys think it is? Because she hasn't mentioned that she's been sending him money. She's going over there to live with him. Something is up. I think this is another thing, guys. This show is huge. 90 Day Fiance is not just huge in America. It is huge worldwide. So I don't know if maybe he's trying to use this as a way to become like some reality TV star. Like, what was that guy from Sweden? Paul Robert? Remember that Swedish guy that was a personal trainer and him and his girlfriend with the twin sister got into a fight because he didn't know how to cut a steak? Whatever. Him. I hope that he's not the Tunisian version of him, but I feel like he is. Aladon. What's his Instagram? For research purposes. I just want to get his Instagram so that I can, better be able to do my reviews on this show. Child, I gotta take a trip to Tunisia. And saying this about Miss Laura, she my girl though. She my girl because I love the fact that she catfished her husband. He didn't even know. Shaved his head off. He didn't even know that he was talking to his wife. I was like, yes, girl, go ahead on. Use that wisdom. Where has the wisdom gone now with Aladon? And you know what? The fact that she has mentioned that, I'm thinking about it now. She mentioned that she catfished her husband. Aladon isn't catfishing, but what a twist it would be if her husband is behind this. I know it's such a leap, right? But listen, this is reality TV. Who knows what they've been cooked up? Because this could be the husband's revenge, you know what I mean? Like, she made him shave off his head. We don't shave off his hair. We don't know what else she made him do. You know what I mean? We don't know how that impacted the marriage. If because he was cheating, she got a larger sum than she was supposed to get. Like, we don't know. We don't know what happened here, but she mentions it. And maybe she mentioned it to, fill up her storyline. Or maybe this was mentioned and left in the show so that when we get to the end and see that her husband was behind Aladon scamming her, the ultimate revenge. That could be a leap, but that could also be good TV. I'm telling y'all, I'm a damn good producer. I'm really great all around. You know what I mean? You got to celebrate yourself. Don't let anybody else try to give you compliments. You'll be waiting forever, baby. I'm good. I'm good. We end Miss Jenny's storyline with her son making more sense. Her 21-year-old son making more sense of her situation than she is. That's where the episode ends. There wasn't a lot that happened. I think this episode we just got an introduction into the remainder of the couples that are going to be on the show. I think we are missing 2 more, right? Are we going to get introduced to 2 more couples? I think so. I could be wrong, but I just feel like this one just was not as meaty as the first two. The first 2, I was just like shocked and gagged. This is pretty much the typical 90 Day Fiance formula. But Miss Jenny and Summit, that was a curveball none of us saw coming. Wow. That right there is good casting. That's it for me for this episode. What did you guys think of this episode? Let me know in the comment section below. And if you like what you see here, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I will see you next week for the following episode of 90 Day Fiance, The Other Way. Love you much, guys. Bye.